This is a live recording of No Meteors, a visual novel we created for a game jam within 72 hours. The novel follows Robin, the self-proclaimed god that tries to find a date in high school as the new transfer student.
Disclaimer. This novel takes place in a world completely different from the one you live in. Any similarities between people or places are unintentional and utterly coincidental.
You should watch the Discord stream, by the way, because you're gonna be lagging else.
Oh, yes, I was the one that made this word, not whoever you're thinking of. The introduction is the most important part of the process for a transfer student. Or so I've heard. Hello class, I'm God. That's God with a capital G for you guys, but you can call me Robin for the sake of simplicity. The students filling the classroom blink at me. What else do they want? I give them a name they should be more comfortable with so they don't have to use their name for me. There shouldn't be an issue. Also, I am here to experience this human emotion called dating. What else did the teacher tell me to mention? My name, what I'm up to. That's it, isn't it? Some of these people are sitting slack-jawed, while others aren't even looking at me, staring out the window or busy whispering among each other in the back rows. They haven't gotten the message yet. They don't understand. I guess I can dumb it down to drive home the point. For the slow ones among you, this means you now have the honor to offer yourselves as my loyal test subjects. I do this every single time. Every single time.
I read it like that as a lot too.
Okay. Rather than thundering cheers and students prostrating themselves in front of me at the prospect of serving their god for this experiment, I'm met with frosty silence. Instead, so cringe. Oh, I'll show you cringe if you want to be like that. No, focus. This is not what I'm here for.
Well, thank you for your introduction, Robin. You may take a seat now.
Maybe it's an age problem. Are these specimens not appropriate for dating yet? I did transfer into 13th grade, didn't I? These are all adults, right? Of course they are. I don't make mistakes. Maybe they need to warm up. They haven't had a glimmer of divinity in the world for all their lives, so it's no wonder they are stunted. It's time I came here to clean up. I don't get much choice as far as seats go, picking the only free one. I'm not here for school. While I get its importance for human development, it's not a part of creation I ever took particular interest in. A creature such as I is above education. Everyone hates it. The teachers are annoyed, the students are bored, and everyone wishes they were elsewhere. Since none of this has anything to do with my goal, I'll skip it. Break is where it's at. Seeing as my goal is to experience dating, I naturally selected the most fitting environment to engage in it: high school. Where do all these dates start? The schoolyard. It's where kids whisper secrets into their crush's ears with a giggle, and where they strut around, showing off their strengths in the most bizarre mating ritual this world has produced. They call it flirting. My choice of date, of course, is also impeccable: Valentine's Day. Who wouldn't swoon on the spot if they were asked on a date on Valentine's Day by a god? I find a suitable human that isn't the one that disrespected me during my introduction. It's a female, and she is standing separate from the rest, thus catching my eye. Rejoice, human, for I have chosen you as my partner for the divine right of calling yourself my date for the day. The girl's eyes widen as she glances around the area. Ah, she can't believe I'm speaking to her. She thinks that surely I must have chosen someone else. A humble one. Worry not. It is indeed you whom I have chosen. There is no need to be alarmed about the burden. You may simply relax, so we can proceed with the dating. Her head cocks. Maybe she is hard of hearing. No issue. There is no adversity I cannot overcome. Or am I perhaps speaking the wrong dialect? Did I end up in the wrong region? Can you understand me? I enunciate carefully to clear up any misunderstandings. Finally, she breaks out into laughter. Well, laughter is good, isn't it?
I'm sorry. I just had kind of a bad day and...
Her body is shaking from the uncontrollable chuckles.
Thanks. I think I really needed this.
What? So she was down, and being asked out by me showed her that there is no reason to despair, for she was chosen for the highest of honors? I suppose so. No worries, my loyal subject. As my chosen partner, I shall banish all sadness from your life. No need to pay me back with anything but your love and affection. Her tapering laughter morphs into a giggle. I'm doing so well.
Oh my. Isn't it a bit early to speak of love?
Does she think she is, questioning me? But for the sake of the date, I shall let it slide for now. I did engage with her to learn, so I shouldn't turn down free advice. Yeah, isn't love supposed to be the thing that happens in the process of dating? I see. Disregarding the fact that all of you should love me unconditionally, if we speak of the romantic type, I suppose you are right. Shall we engage in more amorous activities then, as is befitting of a newly formed couple?
Like what?
Oh no. She caught me off guard. Mustn't let her know that I have never. Wait. She is the human. Shouldn't she know? I came here to learn, not to lead. Still. We could parade across the schoolyard with interlocking hands to broadcast the good news to the general populace. Okay, so the giggles are getting a bit old. While I understand that humor is a good thing in a budding relationship, this feels more like she's laughing at me than with me.
We can take a walk, sure. Also, don't you think you should ask for my name?
Not that I don't already know her name, as I naturally know everyone's name, but I'll humor her. What's your name, mysterious woman?
Liliana. But people just call me Lee.
Well, Lee, I made sure the weather allows for these activities. I did it especially for this occasion, which by extension means that I made the sun shine just for you. Impressed yet? She shakes her head with a smile. I know this one. She isn't denying my sentence, but rather showing surprise at the perceived absurdness. Meeting her creator must be the weirdest thing that has happened in her life. Together, we begin our walk.
This is so ridiculous. At least it's making my troubles sound tiny in comparison to your ego.
Yes, my ego is the biggest of them all. Whatever troubles you may face, know that they cannot overwhelm you, for you have me standing right behind you. She grimaces a little, clearly forcing her smile.
Yeah, maybe a bit much for a first meeting?
Bit much of what? Before I can ask, she changes the subject.
Hey, Robin, I've got a question. It's probably going to sound really stupid.
All your questions sound stupid in my divine presence, so feel free to ask whatever you want. I shan't judge. Her eyes narrow at my answer before she takes a deep breath.
Okay, so I've been wondering if you're a guy or a woman.
Huh? Really? Come on, Lee. I'm beyond trifling concerns such as gender. Can't you see? Again, she cocks her head, hair dangling in the soft breeze as her eyes search me before shrugging.
Non-binary then? Cool.
I suppose that would be the human term. So now that that's cleared up, tell me something about you. What makes you special? Lee pondered this with her pointer finger on her lip. The question wasn't that serious. How hard can it be? All humans are special.
Okay, here's something you can't possibly have seen before.
Oops, sorry. She rummages in her purse, pulling out a cell phone and swiping around on it for a bit.
There. What do you think?
It's a goat.
It's my pet goat. How many people do you know who have a pet goat?
Well,
Isn't she the cutest?
Yeah, that's one cute goat you got there. Always compliment her. Lee smiles in return.
She loves to eat sunflower seeds and dried corn, and whenever I go to her pasture to visit her, she comes to greet me. My dad is an animal rights activist, and when some silly cult got busted for animal abuse, he rescued her. Can you believe people would...
She is interrupted by a shout.
Yo, look at that! Lee caught herself a boyfriend!
Excuse me? Humans can't catch me. He has it all wrong. Still, the thought is funny in and of itself. To think a human could wield the power to catch me like they catch their deer and foxes on a hunt. Hold on a second, Lee. I stroll over to set things straight. What in my name do you think you're doing with that blasphemy this early in the day? Did your parents never teach you any manners? He has the nerve to roll his eyes at me.
Dude, really? I was just cheering for Lee so you can chill. No offense, but you aren't my mother.
Oh, really? But I am, Adam. I created you. Without me, you and this pathetic excuse for a reality wouldn't exist in the first place. I am your beginning and your end. I encompass your life from before it starts to the way after it blinks out of existence. To say it in the famous words of one of your human celebrities, so you may begin to grasp what I'm saying, I am your father.
Ugh.
Don't me, worm.
Stop with the 80s references. That's a thing my dad does. Gee, get with the times.
I take a deep breath and unclench my hands. They had cramped into fists at the insolent response. I mustn't unleash my powers. It would be counterproductive. You are very lucky, Adam. If I were to show you my might, I may accidentally destroy my date, so I won't. Rejoice, for today you were granted mercy by this higher being you offended. With that, I turn on my heel, almost bumping into Lee. Oh no. She heard me go off on this human. Now she may be intimidated by me. Disregard this fool. I try to salvage the situation, but she's biting her lip. Not a good sign. The bell saves me from continuing this social encounter, buying me time to come up with a new strategy. Together, we return to the classroom. At least she hadn't fled in terror yet. As I already established, school is beneath me. Thus I shall skip it. I searched the mass of students rushing out of the classroom for my dating partner. Maybe I should have paid greater attention. Now I missed her getting up. If only these creatures would move in a more orderly fashion. No matter, I shall find her outside in the schoolyard. No need to fret. I follow the herd out the door and down the stairs until we exit into freedom. Still, the sky is blue with the occasional fluffy white cloud lazily floating across. The sun is neither too warm nor too cold, and the breeze is delicately refreshing. It's the perfect stage. Now, where did my Valentine go? I scanned the schoolyard, making a mental note of every individual in the chaos. All mine. All of them. Parental pride swells in my breast, and for a moment I let it overcome me. Being surrounded by these living beings, it's special.
Oi, Big Daddy. Mind getting out of the doorway?
Adam shoves me to the side, passing me without a further glance. Oh, the boldness of children, the audacity. I choose to be amused by this, not enraged. Humans were built to make bad choices. There, I found Lee. She is with... It's that silly girl that implied my introduction was cringe-worthy. She was right in a way, I suppose. I could give them something to cringe about. Why does Lee have to keep such company? I strode up to the pair, catching the back end of their conversation.
And that's why I'm allowed to be happy. You have no power over me. Robin will always have my back. Even if you ridicule me in front of everyone. They're so silly themselves, they won't care.
Whatever, it's your grave. Let's see how you feel about taking a stance when everyone is laughing at you. So she's not keeping this girl's company on purpose. That's a relief. I close the distance to Lee as the nasty girl storms off. Everything alright? Lee flinches at my question, eyes wide.
No! Oh god! What have I done?
Sounds to me like she stood up for herself. Good girl.
I got carried away. I need to stop her.
Lee tries to push past me, but I grab her arm to hold her back. Hey, this is supposed to be our Valentine's date, remember? Never mind that cretin.
No, let me go. I need to.
The other girl has pulled out her cell phone. They are amazing devices.
No.
Lee's voice has quieted to a distressed whisper. Don't worry, there's nothing she can do to you. Someone pushes through the flock of students that has gathered around Jenny, carrying a small black box. That's one of those portable loudspeakers that can be hooked up to cell phones. I am well versed in all of the technology. Next to me, Lee has started shaking. This will be an excellent lesson in faith. She will learn that, with me at her side, there is nothing that can hurt her. Any hardship can be overcome, as long as she believes in my might. Lee, focus. These are naught but trivial earthly matters. You need not concern yourself with them. When she turns to me, her eyes are swimming with tears, and her cheeks have reddened while her eyebrows are drawn into a tight line. Is she angry? I can visit my divine wrath upon her enemies if she so wishes.
This isn't funny, Robin.
She's interrupted by a voice singing, followed by static and rustling coming from the speakers at the center of the schoolyard. The voice is muffled, as if someone recorded it through a door, and the sound of streaming water accompanies it. Still, it's easy to recognize that it's Lee.
Pipes into the sea. Go, 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 my glistening tea. When I drink, I need to go. With this song, I make it flow.
Lee breaks down, sobbing uncontrollably. Jenny, that worm dared make my date cry. Before I know it, I'm close to the cluster of humans surrounding the fool. A primordial rage flares up inside my core. It's a familiar heat, an all-consuming righteousness. I shall smite all who offend me, and there is only one punishment to be dealt, for ideally nothing but absolutes. Dark clouds have formed above the schoolyard, blotting out the sun as thunder rumbles its first threat. Getting hit by a bolt of lightning won't do. It won't send enough of a message. These children need to learn the might of my divine wrath with a single precise strike. My fury will be burnt into their brains for eternity, and they shall perpetuate the glory of my power for generations to come. As rage consumes logical thought, the clouds part to reveal a flaming meteor, exactly the correct size to strike down the offending mortal. The surrounding population should be fine, barring maybe a few scratches. I stand with my hand outstretched in all my heavenly majesty, and the impact rattles the ground, sending students scrambling and screaming. They cower in fear, some falling to their knees, finally realizing how to appropriately display their regard for me. Shiver, humans, for you have crossed me. All of you have brought pain upon my chosen one. You have ridiculed the one that is my date. With a smirk, I turn back to Lee. Beautiful Lee, who will now learn that the world is hers and that there is nothing to fear as long as I... While no longer crying, her eyes have opened widely. When I stretch my hand towards her to try and calm her with my touch, she flinches away, cringing in fear. Why? She stumbles backwards, almost falling over her own feet before turning her back and running. By the time I fully realize what happened, she's out of sight. This didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Before me, the rest of the students wait, trembling. Their fearful regard washes over me in a sickening tsunami. But that's not what I came here for. I came to experience a date. And I don't fail. I never fail. I refuse. I need to start over. Back at the start, I need a moment to gather myself. All lies around me, but the humans went back to believing I am just another transfer student. One of them. I need to say something. Hello, class. I'm God. That's God with a capital G, but you can call me Robin for the sake of simplicity. Oh wait, I'm dumb. I was looking at the Twitch stream.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's just start over.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Chapter
No, it's
2.
fine. It's fine.
Chapter 2, take 2.
Yes, chapter 2, take 2. Hello, class. I'm God. That's God with a capital G, but you can call me Robin for the sake of simplicity. There, this worked out fine last time. Also, if I want Lee to go through with her date with me, how about I establish that I can fix all her problems? Not in a divine manner. Meteors are bad. I need to be more subtle, so as not to scare off the humans. How do humans solve their problems? Right, there's this one thing they do that can fix anything. Also, I am very rich, and I'm looking for a date, so that works out well, doesn't it? I chuckled to lighten the mood. Humans like smiling and laughing and such. Makes you seem trustworthy. So, if you have problems, I can probably solve them, and then we can date.
So subtle.
Yeah, I give them one last winning smile before taking a bow and heading off to my seat. So humble. So cringe. Oh, what the heck. I summon another meteor, because meteors are a fun pastime, especially when dealing with arrogant creations. A meteor comes crashing through the window, weaving through the innocence and raining destruction onto the worthless piece of trash. It's a glorious rain of fiery rock and glistening shards of glass. Okay, so maybe I hurt some people in the process. But I'm turning back time anyway. My laughter cuts through the screams and shouts as a hand lands on my arm.
Was that you? What have you done? How did you...
Insolent fool. I have half a mind to snipe her right here and now. Alas, Lee is already crying, isn't she? I can't do this to her. I don't want to torture her with this any longer. Time to end the games.
How many runs do we do?
All of them.
Okay.
Back at the start, I need a moment to gather myself. All eyes are on me, but the humans went back to believing I am just another transfer student, one of them. I need to say something.
It's chapter 2, again. This time better. This time we'll make it.
Okay. Do you have control? Can you skip on red text? Oh, you have already read the text, so we cannot control through it.
No, this should be like a fresh installation.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if this uses
No,
the same
if
stuff.
I think it uses the same stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I ever even played this on this computer or if I just...
Oh, okay. No, it's this computer. Okay, then yeah,
No.
sure. So try controlling through.
Oh, right.
Try controlling through it. Yeah, fresh computer. Yeah.
No. That didn't work. Doesn't matter that it's a fresh computer, apparently. I copied the whole thing over.
Oh,
so,
the
yeah.
folder.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the folder. Yeah, okay. Then never mind. I'm dumb. Okay. Hello, class. I'm God. I hope this will get cut from the YouTube VOD.
I don't know. I think it's out of context if it doesn't get cut.
Okay. Hello, class. I'm God. Hello, class. I'm God. That's God with a capital G, but you can call me Robin for the sake of simplicity. There. This worked out fine last time. And now for the money thing. Also, I am very rich, and I'm looking for a date, so that works out well, doesn't it? I chuckled to lighten the mood again. So, if you have problems, I can probably solve them, and then we can date. I give them my winning smile before taking a bow and heading off to my seat, still so humble. So cringe.
One last meteor.
One more! I summon another meteor, because meteors haven't ceased being a fun pastime in the last minute or so. Another meteor comes crashing through the window, weaving through the innocence and raining destruction onto the worthless piece of trash. This never gets old, and this time I limited the damage I did to the rest of the humans. So merciful. Again, I can't help but laugh as a hand lands on my arm.
What? Was that you? What have you done? How did you...
So predictable. It's almost boring. And like last time, Lee is crying. At least she doesn't remember the previous meteors. This is my cue. I need to undo this now. Back at the start, I need a moment to gather myself. All eyes are on me, but the humans went back to believing I am just another. Okay, at this point, I think we can skip a bit of this.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll skip
it's
to the choice
basically the same. Yeah.
then. Another one.
This will be the last one. I promise to whatever entity out there may hear my thoughts. The last. I summon the meteor. But it's definitely the last meteor comes crashing through the window. At this point, I have perfected the art. Alas, I can't bring myself to laugh, not when Lee is already crying again.
Was that?
I cut off the teacher mid-sentence, turning back time. This game has lost its appeal. Oh, I like throwing meteors at Jenny.
Let's skip
Whoops,
the... Oh,
whoops,
oh.
whoops, whoops, whoops.
There's no more choice. There we go.
Okay. I hope this is getting cut.
No, why? This is a live recording.
Damn it. I give them a winning smile before taking a bow and heading off to my seat. Still so humble. So cringe. I've learned my lesson, and who even cares? It's just a Jenny again. No meteors. Oops. Sorry. I guess it's people starting to follow us and stuff.
Oh, really?
Getting notifications for new follows from our Twitter account.
Nice.
And,
Yeah.
okay.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
If you're in the stream, hello.
By the way, we might get Breen joining us as a silent listener,
Okay.
like here on Discord. I shall employ the time-honored human tactic of ignoring the bully until I can pay them off. Lee will be so happy. Time to skip the boring bits. I make a beeline for Lee. Hey Lee, you may remember me. I'm the new transfer student. Oh, also, since you're wondering, I'm neither male nor female, but none of that matters. What's your favorite fruit from the cafeteria? These may have been a tad overwhelming. I can't help but rush since I've already done all this boring lead up. Lee hesitates. Last time she was laughing a lot more at our conversation.
Hello, Robin. I do remember your colorful introduction.
At least I left an impression.
My favorite food here, it may sound a bit weird, but they have this kidney bean and aubergine casserole. How do you know mine?
Humans have come a long way from calling it a day after slaying a boar. Sounds lovely, Lee. You have great taste in food. Humans like compliments. Man, this attempt will go so much better than the last. I turn towards the students aimlessly meandering the schoolyard. Time to give their lives some purpose. How best to communicate this? Yo, anyone want to earn $50? At first, I don't garner much attention. Understandable. Humans are sly enough to be wary of scams. Thus, I pulled the promised reward from my wallet.
Are you for real?
Oh, Adam, sweet child, of course I am. Yes, this beauty will be yours for the cheap price of delivering this lady a kidney bean and aubergine casserole from the cafeteria. Adam's eyes narrow.
Give me the money first. I won't get conned by the lunatic new kid.
What do we do this time?
This one.
Okay, how dare he question my honesty? How dare you question my honesty? What is wrong with you, Adam?
Dude, I knew you were insane. This isn't some edgelord act, right? You really believe these things. You know what? Keep your money. See if I care.
Adam has the nerve to turn around and try to slink away. I won't let that happen. Uh-huh. You're staying right here. This isn't a meteor. It's much more subtle. No one will know. Get us that food and I'll give you the money. God always stands by their word. Adam nods.
Of course.
He turns with choppy movements, stalking off towards the cafeteria. Next to me, Lee is silent. When I turn to her, she is shivering. It's not cold, so
What was that?
it's getting you food. She takes a step back. Don't worry, it won't take long. Better not. I have a girl to impress. After scanning the room in optimistic anticipation for Adam's return, I barely catch Lee trying to sneak off. Well, can we call it a room? It's the yard, right? We're on the schoolyard. Eh. Editing mistakes, your editor sucks. Hey, you can't leave. Your food is almost here. She's biting her lip, eyes darting around.
I have to go to the restroom.
But that sounds like excuses. She can't possibly know what I did. Humans don't know these things. Give it a bit. It won't take long.
I really need to pee.
This is infuriating. Can't she hold it a bit longer considering a god went through the trouble of mind controlling someone to get her food? I could. I mean, I already had a miracle happen. Lee's eyes grow wide in what at first is surprise, but quickly turns into horror. She screams.
What? How?
Her expression is wild, haunted.
You did this! How? Why? How?
I was thinking with portals. Now tears are rolling down her cheeks. What did I do wrong this time? All I did was relieve her so she doesn't have to. In that moment, Adam stumbles back towards us. A bit of drool is running down his chin as he hands me the plate with the food. Hopefully he didn't get any on Lee's lunch. Here you go, Lee. I told you it wouldn't take long. She isn't paying attention to the food at all. Instead, her gaze is fixed on Adam.
What did you... Adam?
Right. I end the miracle, and Adam crumbles to the floor. Uh-oh. 1 second. Maybe the trip tired him out. I snap my finger at Adam, willing him to resume waking life as a functioning human being. He stutters into motion, twitching around on the floor while sorting his limbs. Did I break something? I swear, human minds are too fragile. Hold on, I'll... When I turn my attention back to Lee, she has vanished. That little... On the ground, Adam groans unintelligibly. Oh, for... Fine. Maybe I won't do this then. That's fine. I'll just, I don't know, not mind control Adam. That's why she got scared in the first place, isn't it? Somehow she figured it out. With my luck, she didn't even get to the right conclusion, and it was all instinctual. A fight or flight response based on recognizing a superior being. I sigh, turning back time. Okay, this time I won't use mind control. Adam clearly can't handle it, and Lee will freak again. Here you go. Now get me that food. Chop chop. Dear Adam has the nerve to roll his eyes at me, but I will be a merciful God today. None shall be smitten. Impressed yet? I turn back to Lee. Except Lee has vanished. What the... Lee? Did she have to go to the restroom? I scan the area for any sign of her without success. Is it worth hunting her down with my divine powers? Or will that scare her again? No. Behave like a human. A human wouldn't be distressed by their date suddenly disappearing. A human would think, oh, I guess she went off to do human things. Yes, I shall wait. Adam returns carrying the plate. He hands it over to me with a salute.
There you go, mate. Scare off the girl with that display?
Huh? Scare off? I didn't do anything scary. Please elaborate, local human.
Yeah, it's probably that too. The way you talk is super cringe, and flaunting money like that, I mean, it's like you're trying to embarrass yourself.
Embarrass? I'm lost. I strive to impress.
Anyway, thanks for the 50, bro.
With that, Adam is off, leaving me behind with the steaming casserole. What now? Being left standing with the food... This is embarrassing. A god doesn't get stood up. You eating that? It's the nasty girl. I heard you're looking for people to spoil. She positively purrs. Well, this would solve the problem of looking like an idiot, standing in the schoolyard with a meal meant as a gift without anyone to receive it. Finally, someone appreciates my efforts. I shall grant you this meal in exchange for your eternal gratefulness and worship. She gives me a funny look before shrugging. Sure, I'll worship you, but you better worship me right back. This is not going according to plan at all. Perhaps this insolent girl can be of more help. Hey, Jenny, have you seen Lee perchance? At my question, she groans, scrunching up her face. Dude, read the room. You basically just took me out for lunch. Don't mention another girl, much less that loser. Lee isn't a loser. My love interest shan't be called a loser. No Meteors. Okay, whatever you say, sweetie. Sweetie? Am I engaging in romantic activity? This could be a learning experience. Thank you, my love. Whoa, hold your horses. Okay, too much. You're hot and all, but you need to chill a little. I don't like what she's trying to order me around. I don't need to do anything. You, Missy, are very lucky that my exceptional self-control is keeping you safe from any stray meteors that may find their way down to Earth to deliver divine punishment. This is pretty good, by the way. Never tried it before. I couldn't care less. Wasn't my theory that money solves anything? I could have the students search for Lee. They are sure to follow my orders if I pay them well. Jenny is still stuffing her face with Lee's food. It's a tragedy, really. So, where are you from, Mr. Exchange Student? Why the obsession with Lee? Is it some sort of mutual attraction between cringy people? What is she on about now? She's smirking mischievously. This is where you're supposed to ask why Lee would be cringy, and I let you in on a little secret, and we have a good laugh as you realize why you shouldn't be hanging out with her. Wow, I know I created evil and good, but the bell saves me from having to further socialize with this cretin. I'll have another chance at Lee when I get those silly lessons behind me. Back on the prowl. Now, where is Lee? I push my way through the students, resisting the urge to call for her. If she truly ran from me last time, she may get scared off when she hears me. I could disappear all the students that aren't her. Oh, right, you and your transitive disappear.
It had to be in
No.
there somewhere.
Yes. Transitive disappear is now a meme. It's a forced meme. It's a terrible forced meme, but I accept you. I accept you with all your transitive disappears. That's Meteors levels of bad. There! Is she hiding? Lee is crouching on the ground, leaning against one of the majestic oaks dotting the schoolyard. Maybe she's peeing. Oaks are good.
I was like, I didn't write that. It shouldn't be saying maybe she's peeing.
Oaks are good. Hey, Lee! I approach her slowly. No need to scare her by jumping her out of the blue. I don't want to trigger her fight or flight response again.
Oh, that's me.
Right. Yeah, sorry, I was...
For once. Oh, it's you.
She's clearly uncomfortable. I can tell by the way she squirms, wringing her hands and looking off to the ground. You should get off the ground. That bark must be a pain to lean against. Few students have slowed down whatever they were doing to stare at us. This isn't a show, guys. Do you maybe want to go on a walk? Lee's eyebrows knit together.
I'm fine, thanks.
This isn't going anywhere. Last time around she found me funny. Why doesn't she now? I'm still me, so more persuasion is in order. Come on, how can you not want to get closer to me? I can offer you anything. I am the literal god of your world. I made the sun shine for you, and I am offering to grant whatever wishes your heart may desire. If you can't imagine the power a god wields, then think about the riches. That's feasible for you, isn't it? Since I am God, I am rich enough to do whatever I want. I can even buy out the bully blackmailing you. You'll realize that this silly pea song of yours doesn't matter once you bask in my glory. Blood drains from her face as her lips quiver. Tears are forming in her eyes. What? I'm offering to solve all her problems.
Dude.
I whip around, examining the crowd that has surrounded us.
Man, Robin, what the?
Adam steps forward, grabbing my arm. Even Jenny is here. She's giving me the most intense stare, cheeks red and eyes sparkling.
If you wanted to embarrass the girl, you did a great job. You're such a prick.
Shush, Adam. No one asked for your opinion. If only people were to believe me. Maybe another display's in order. Maybe that is the only way to get these half-wits to understand the extent of my power. No meteors. No frightening the mortals. I wanted to experience the human emotion called dating. I must do it the human way, or it won't be real. Meanwhile, Lee has gotten to her feet. She wipes her tears into her sleeve, sniffing, while taking in the crowd around us, mortified. Then she takes off. Wow, I let Adam distract me. Lee, wait! I attempt to run after her, but a hand grabs my arm. That's insolent!
Dude, don't.
He's serious, isn't he?
You're only making it worse.
Now, Jenny has made her way over to us. That almost brought me to tears, Robin. She grabs my free hand. These aren't the people I wanted to interlock fingers with.
See, Robin, you attracted the hyenas with your display. That's never a good sign.
Shut up, Adam. Robin doesn't need your advice. He knows how to show off his superior social status perfectly fine. Adam rolls his eyes. Come on, you said you wanted a date, right? And it's Valentine's to boot. Is this what I sound like?
Okay, this is the one that doesn't organically repeat.
Yeah, I know.
That's the one split in here, so we gotta choose between Adam and Jenny. Is there anyone out there actually listening to the stream?
Yeah. Does anybody want to choose?
No answer, no meteors. I guess we'll have to choose.
Okay, it's okay. I could fake being part of the chat.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, looks like exactly 0 people are here.
See, we got a completely legitimate casual viewer who stumbled upon this stream by mere chance. See?
What is your legitimate viewer choosing, though?
I mean, practice, like, I think it leads to the more interesting scenario later on.
No, it doesn't matter.
Well, we could choose differently, but...
No, like this choice is just 2 different branches that don't affect the game. Past. This one gives us one more option. This one doesn't give us the option, but we're gonna choose the path that we're forced to if we use practice as practice. Like Adam is nice gives us one extra option that we're not gonna.
Yeah,
take
exactly.
anyways.
That's what I mean. Yes,
so it doesn't matter.
Fine, fair. Anyway,
Like,
practice is practice.
Jenny?
The anonymous viewer has spoken.
Oh, I just saved by accident. So that's that.
Practice is practice.
Okay. Maybe we can do Adam at the end if we don't feel too burnt out.
I'll try with Jenny. She'll be my test run. Technically, I'd have fulfilled my goal. I got a partner. I achieved a date. Her arm interlocks with mine and she pulls me away, leaving the crowd of students to disperse. You know how this date thing works, right? You're supposed to buy me more food. Yes, that's one way to have a date. Go to a restaurant and eat fancy food. And then you may go to a movie theater or something. I nod. Jenny claps her hands. The perfect gentleman. For all my perfection, I don't feel very perfect at the moment. Not when I failed in the simple task of getting my date. Also, should I tell her that I'm not exactly a man either? Doesn't really matter, does it? Are you going to take me out after school? I need to go shopping. And have you heard about this new Robert Neubert movie? He is so hot. I wouldn't mind hearing these tidbits about Earth culture if... I sigh. It's the company, isn't it? When Lee talked about that goat, that was cute, okay? this. I wonder if Lee likes this Neubert person. I shake my head. Oh, then let me fill you in on the beauty that is the Whisper in the Stars movies. They're adaptations from this book series. What are my creations doing, coming up with titles like that? I may have to look into straightening some things out after I'm done with this particular ordeal. Also, I want Lee to fill me in on Whisper in the Stars, not Jenny. Or if she doesn't want to, we can do something else. Maybe she hates the movie. Maybe she hates movies altogether. I'll have to figure that out before I can take her to watch a movie. Are there things we both like? Well, I'm interested in most of my creation. This particular specimen, however, I examined the girl chatting away while hanging onto my arm. I'm sure she'll find someone who truly likes her. All she needs to do is start working on herself instead of trying to drag others down to her level. If I had more time, this may be a project worth my effort, to save this soul from eating itself in a mad fit of jealousy at other creatures' fortune. But right now, this is not what I want. I don't want Jenny. I don't want just anyone. I want Lee. Before I leave, I'll reach a hand out to her, settling it on top of her head. You'll find peace eventually, Jenny. I'll keep an eye on you, and if you don't manage on your own, I'll lend a hand.
Sometimes my finger slips on the right mouse key.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I noticed. There's no need to be this angry. Everyone else is the same as you. They're all just struggling to get by, and none of them understand anything either. See you some other time around. Before she can answer, I reverse everything. Time to end this charade. Or no, it's charade, right? This is one of
I
those
think
words
it's charade.
I think I got this. Yeah. Oh, it's one of those words where the Americans pronounce it charade while the British pronounce it charade.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. This time I'll get it right. Somehow my second attempt turned out worse than my first. At least people were respecting me back then. And Lee didn't hate me. She thought I was funny. I'll show her funny, proper funny. Uh, wait, did you skip something?
Nope.
Nope? Okay. Hello, class. I'm God. That's God with a capital G for you guys, but you can call me Robin for simplicity's sake. Or you can just go, oh my God, instead. As they did the first time, the students blink at me in silent confusion. Right, primitive life forms. Because I'm God, you can say, oh my God, because I am God. Few people chuckled carefully. Lee is covering her grin with one hand. I'll count this as a success. Also, I am here to experience this human emotion called dating. I can't skip telling them the goal. It's only fair. This time, more people laugh. It's working! For the slow ones among you, this means I am looking for my match made in heaven. Wink, wink. Can you hear the winking in my voice?
Yes.
This is why I created a world that knows the concept of puns. So cringe. Jenny is unimpressed. That's good. If I were pleasing her, I'm sure Lee would disapprove. I take my usual seat with my head held high. Time to skip time. Time to skip time. Time, what is time? I wish I knew how to tell you how. Break time. My test subject doesn't hate me. Huh. Test subject doesn't have the right ring anymore. Lee doesn't hate me anymore. From her point of view, she never has. I don't have to search the school this time. She's where I found her the first time around. Despite having spent no more than a couple of hours, it feels like it happened in a different age. The age where I didn't know how humans worked. Luckily, I'm a quick learner.
Sure.
Yeah, a quick learner, right? Hey, Ali. She flinches, head snapping up to me.
Oh, it's you. How do you know my name?
I asked Adam who the pretty girl was. Her eyes narrow at me. What? I paid her a compliment. Compliments are nice. I love compliments. I should have asked Adam how to be an appropriate human.
So, new school, huh?
What?
You just transferred schools. Is it as exciting as people say?
Oh. No, I'm not going to fall for this and provide an answer that somehow destroys any chance I had with her. Do you think it's exciting? Let's see how she likes her own medicine.
I'm not experiencing it. You are.
Well... Okay, do you think I am exciting? She stares at me for a moment before giggling.
I think you're funny. Does that count?
Yeah, that's fantastic actually. You know, fun. Always remember the feeble minds of the human species. Always explain your jokes.
Yeah.
She trails off. This one was a miss then. Actually, didn't she have that depressed aura even before I walked up to her? Are you okay? Her eyes widen almost imperceptibly.
Yeah, sorry. I'm being rude. I have some stuff on my mind. Meanwhile, you're here and trying to fit in and make friends, and I'm being all gloomy.
This is better. Now she's apologizing to me. Caring about important things, Robin. Good God. No worries, for I am a merciful God. Merciful indeed. You see, I spared that garbage bag of a human being because you didn't like me killing her. Her giggle grows into full-on laughter. Can't help it. The corners of my mouth twitch up. Oh, for a mortal to make me smile. How long has it been? Do you want to go on a walk? That's how she phrased it earlier.
Sure. As a member of the school, I believe it's my duty to show around our new celebrity anyways.
We set out across the schoolyard. There aren't terribly many places to go, but Lee makes the best of it.
See, you may not be able to tell, but this is our school pond. It's hiding behind those weeds.
I know what a pond is, but I still nod, pretending interest. It's a very nice pond. She gives me another of those funny looks. Maybe Lee is a Homestuck fan.
Why?
Because of those. This is a...
Oh, but wouldn't Robin be one then?
I mean, Robin is just making unintentional references.
Fair. Yeah, and I guess there's a river over there. It's the border to the school grounds, so we aren't supposed to cross it.
Good. Rules are good.
Sorry, this is all very boring, isn't it?
Don't worry so much. I'm just happy this is working out. Whoops. Meaning, of course, us taking a walk and enjoying ourselves. Which is definitely not something I've tried before. No, ma'am.
Really?
Wait. You are enjoying yourself, aren't you? Lee thinks this over for a moment, putting a pointer finger to her lips before nodding firmly.
Yes, I'm enjoying myself.
Good. 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 If there wasn't the bell ringing... I guess I could whisk her away to free her from social obligations like school. She'd have all the time in the world to devote herself to me. We should get back to class.
Right.
It's a sensible choice. Lee needs to finish high school with other humans. While we head back inside, Lee holds her head high despite the stares of everyone else. Let them be jealous she's getting to date a god. She deserves it at this point. Not that she did anything special. She's a regular old human, isn't she? So why... Lee takes her seat a bit to the right and in front of me. One of her hands wanders up to her hair, twisting it absent-mindedly. Someone elbows me. Has Adam always been sitting to my left?
Nice going. First day and you got yourself a girl. I can't believe that nonsense worked out, declaring you came here to find a date.
Wait. That was an issue? I shouldn't have told them why I'm... Right. These are humans. Humans lie. I should have just told them I'm here for other purposes. To attend school would have been a good start. One thing I've technically not been doing at all. Oh well, what's done is done, and I somehow succeeded regardless. The teacher drones on about a ridiculously simplified model of this universe's physics. Time to nope out of here. I skip ahead to the next break. When the bell releases us, I make a beeline to Lee's table. On his way past, Adam gives me a pat on the shoulder. Are you ready to continue our tour? She packs up the materials she used during class before offering me a sunny grin.
Yes, how about we check out the cafeteria?
Is this it? When you go out to eat with a potential partner, that's called a date, isn't it? That sounds like everything is going exactly as planned, as to be expected considering who did the planning. I put on a boisterous laugh to add to my response since she's been reacting well to dramatics. She does, playfully boxing me in the arm.
You're so stupid, Robin.
Ah, if only she knew. It's not my fault you think the truth is a silly joke. Talking about jokes, do you know what you call a fake noodle?
No, but I'm sure you're not only going to tell me, but also explain to me why it's funny.
Right she is, for I am not only funny, but also helpful. It's an impasta, because of pasta and impasta.
Thanks for bothering to explain this most excellent pun to me, so that my puny mind can have a chance of... I'm gonna do this again.
Yeah. Take two.
It's too late. Thanks for bothering to explain this most excellent pun to me, so that my puny mind may have a chance at understanding.
You could call it a punny mind. We never make it to the cafeteria. When we exit onto school grounds, Jenny steps into our way. One final adversary to overcome. What do we have here? Lee's hand finds mine, clenching it tight. Don't think I like this new development. Don't you know better than to attract attention, little pea-head? Pea-head? What sort of silly insult is... My hand is getting squeezed harder, and a quick glance reveals that Lee is close to tears again. I squeeze back, reassuringly. Meanwhile, Jenny is pulling something from her bag with a shit-eating grin on her face. You see, I prepared a little something as punishment for daring to think you were allowed a proper social life. There it is, the phone and the loudspeaker. She comes prepared indeed. Come on, Jenny, quit being insolent. No one likes a bully. Jenny turns her nose up at me. The nerve. As soon as you're out of school, you're going to realize that none of this matters. Everyone is going to remember that all you're good for is being mean, and you're going to live a sad and lonely life. Trust me, I've seen it happen billions of times. For a moment, she falters. Then she rolls her eyes at me. Yeah, you're next on my shit list. Don't you get that you're too old for this 8th grader syndrome stuff? It's nothing but embarrassing. Take a hint. I take a deep breath. Meteors are not the solution. Taking her firstborn child? That may be a joy I'll indulge in when the time comes. Next to me, Lee braces herself. Whatever the case, let the show begin! She presses a button on her phone with sweeping motions for theatrics. Like last time, the recording begins with Lee's voice, static and rustling, before the sound of a running liquid sets in. Lee's hand has gone slack, and when I check, I find tears running down her reddened cheeks. Don't worry about it, Lee. Or so I keep telling her. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's a song. People like songs. I search the surrounding students. Every single one of them has dropped whatever they were doing to listen in on the recording. Among them, I spot my wingman. Well, he didn't do much this iteration, but he did give me some pointers. Hey Adam, singing's cool, right? Adam shrugs.
I guess.
You know what isn't cool? I turn back to Lee. Making fun of people's harmless Despite my best efforts, Lee breaks free and runs off. Not again. If I am to reset another time, I may as well get the satisfaction of squashing that disgusting bug one more time, right? But I shouldn't. The meteor won't actually solve anything. I'll be running from my problem one more time, and I'll be doing it after everything went so well. Who knows if I'll be able to reproduce this? I almost had my date. All of this is ridiculous. How could the actions of a mortal prevent me from getting a date? I am the entity that created this reality. And if this reality turns hostile on the creature I wish to spend time with, why not solve both of our problems at once? Lee's issues stem from this world. I can grant her relief easily. Is it not a form of dating to invite your partner to your home? Jenny won't be around. Neither will be any of these insolent school kids. Where I come from, I know nothing but peace. I can share that peace with Lee. To take a mortal life like that, is it proper? The onlookers around me have dissolved into smaller groups again, whispering among each other. Most of them must be unaware of the pain they caused their peer.
That was pretty shitty of Jenny, wasn't it?
Huh? Yeah. Yes.
This is where you find her and help her, mate.
Right, yes. I was just considering what to... whatever. I can't choose wrong. I'm God. I'm off then. Offering Adam my voice, we shake goodbye.
My hand.
Yeah, sorry, no, it's I was in the meantime while I was reading, I was trying to set a thing.
What?
Offering Adam my hand, we'll see. I hope I don't break anything. Offering Adam my hand, we shake goodbye. He raises his eyebrows at the action, but he won't be confused for long. I teleport, taking Lee wherever she is with me in the process. Lee screams upon arrival. I'm not surprised. We're in my home, a bubble universe I carved out for myself outside her reality to retreat to whenever I get sick of watching my creations. If I'm being perfectly honest with myself, I spend most of my time here. Lee floats freely, as there is no ground to stand on. This must be one of the things that sets her free. Also, I suppose the lack of backdrop covering the naked structure holding up this reality must be jarring. If I had known, I would have slapped down some paint before. Never mind, I can't do it. I'm dumb. Okay, hold on a second, Lee. There we go. Simple little thing, never-ending ocean wrapping in on itself at the end of her field of vision. In the middle, I set up a beach with soft white sand. A table for two is already set up for our date. This is what they call romantic, isn't it? Lee is whimpering, curled up on my beach. Hey, you can open your eyes again. I fixed it. She barely reacts. Lee, I made the framework disappear. Still nothing. Look, I even set up a table for our date. This unfreezes her. She unfurls like a flower greeting the sun, limbs loosening from their cramped state as they soar themselves. When she fully takes in the beach, she gasps, eyes darting across the waves that softly roll against the shore. She surveys the table, taking a step towards it and running a hand over one of the chairs. Then her face scrunches up in confusion. She whirls around and finally she faces. Lee cringes away from me, recoiling in fear and bumping into the chair she was contemplating a moment ago. Her mouth is open, but no scream escapes her this time. Instead, a barely perceptible wheeze presses itself in from her lungs. I don't need a shell at home. When I returned, I slipped it off like a human steps out of their shoes. It's only natural. For Lee, this form is too much. She has glimpsed into the vast abyss that is me, and her stare has gone blank. This is Adam all over again. A string of silvery drool crawls out of her mouth and along her cheek, pooling on her chin. What have I done? All I wanted was a date. And Lee wanted one too. Yet here I am, staring at a human soul whose mind is twisted and mangled beyond recognition. Lee never stood a chance. Gazing upon me blew her away in an instant. Laughter bubbles up from the broken creature in front of me. Lee's eyes are wide as she giggles uncontrollably. I'm sorry, Lee. I never meant... The shell collapses onto the beach, spasming as her mind stops running even the basis of subconscious routines. Don't worry, Lee. I'll fix this. And I'll stay away from the things you don't understand. I'll help you your way. It's time to clean up. I need to never have taken her here so I can never have hurt her. Only my memory will keep this shame as a grim reminder that I can fail. I turn back time. I'll get it right. I must. Lee is missing. She's probably crying somewhere. To think I broke her mind over a date. Right now, calming down this version of Lee that I led down this path is what I want to do. Who cares about dates? This is the Lee that put her faith in me. However this Jenny girl is blackmailing her, it's pretty obvious that I upset the natural order of the social hierarchy. And to fix that, she needs support. I'll take on that role gladly. Adam, you've helped so much. Let me follow your advice. I dash off after Lee. This time, I don't hesitate one moment to use my powers. Let them see. I don't care. I find Lee in a girl's bathroom, but she has locked herself in one of the stalls. Still, I hear her sniffling loud and clear. What do I do? How do I let her know that it's all right? I begin singing.
Through the pipes and to the sea, go, 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 my glistening pea. When I drink, I need to go. With the song, I make it flow. Through the pipes and to the sea,
And they lived happily ever after.
glistening pea. When I drink, I need to go. With the song, I make it flow.
Thank you for playing!
If you enjoyed our work, you can find our social media links in the description to follow up on future projects. We are currently working on a much longer visual novel that we hope to release sometime next year. Thanks for watching.